Hey everyone, welcome back to M&M PTE NAATI. This is Manmohit. Now in today's one, I am going to share with you all 5 of the tips which are going to be a game changer for all of you for your PTE exam. So these 5 tips I'm going to share one by one. Please make note of that. If you are someone who's aiming for 65, 79 or even a perfect 90 or 90 in this year, this video is definitely going to be for you. Just before I proceed, if you need any sort of help and support with your PTE exam, whether it's PTE Academic or PTE Core or NAATI Hindi, Punjabi and Gujarati, you can message us on either Instagram or Facebook. The links are there in the description box, or you can simply search for M&M PTE NAATI and you will find us over there. Message us and we can have a discussion about how we can assist you to get those crucial points that you need towards your permanent residency. Without wasting any further ado, let's dive right into it. Now, the very first one is going to be focusing on the 13 important topics. Now, there's 20 different topics that we have got in the PTE academic exam, and we have got 19 topics in the PTE core exam. Out of those, not all of the topics are going to be important. And now, when I say not important, I'm not talking about you guys getting 65 or 79 or so on. I'm talking about if you were aiming for a perfect 90, as in a perfect score. For that, there's 13 topics out of the exam which are going to be important, and those are the only ones which I want you guys to focus on. For PT Academic, it's read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, summarize written text, write essay, fill in the blanks reading plus writing, reorder paragraph, summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks listening, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. You can make a note of that, these 13 topics for PTE Academic. And for PTE Core, slight change. Read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, respond to a situation, summarize written text, write email, fill in the blanks reading plus writing, reorder paragraph, summarize spoken text, fill in the blanks listening, highlight incorrect words, and write from dictation. Still 13 topics each, but slightly couple of topics are different for PTE Core because they have got some new topics in this exam. We have got in-depth detail of all the topics on our channel, so you can pretty much just go scroll through that. All the videos are there explaining every single topic in detail. Watch them, understand the concept, understand all the tips and strategies and tricks that you can use to make sure you do pretty much perfect in those topics, and they will help you. But bottom line is you have to make sure you only practice these 13 topics and nothing else. If you are someone who's aiming for a perfect 90 or 90, other 6 or 7 topics are not at all important. They're there in the exam. Attempt them when you get those topics in the exam, but do not bother spending even a single second for your practice. They are there just to trap you. They're just there to waste your time. Understand how they work, and that's all you have to do for those 6 or 7 topics, depending on if you're doing PT Academic or PT Core. Next one, adding extra words in write from dictation where needed. Now I specify and I highlight this part when I say where needed. That means do not overdo that thing. Wherever in sentence you feel that you need to add those extra words. If you were unsure of a spelling, if you did not know if the word was singular or plural, or if you were unsure if the word is in the past tense or in the present tense, as in the word is having D or ED at the back or not, all those places where you're confused between one or the other word, in that position only prefer adding that extra word in write from dictation. Sequence doesn't matter. You still get a perfect score, doesn't matter where you place that particular word, but do add that couple of extra words where you feel that you were unsure of a word, but do not do more than 3 extra words in a sentence. We have tried adding more than 3 words. Yes, we have got the full scores in the real exam, but we do not recommend going above 3 words because there is a chance that if you overdo it, Pearson might flag your exam once you finish it and you might lose marks with that. And because the exam is really expensive nowadays, we do not want to waste our time and money for no reason. And we do not give exam to do all these experiments, right? Like you guys are not giving exam for conducting experiments. You guys are doing exam to get your desired scores. In that case, prefer just sticking to maximum of 3 extra words, which is a safe word limit, I would say. If a sentence is 10 words, you end up typing 13 words, that's good enough. But if a sentence is 10 words, you end up typing 18 or 20 words, that's something which is a bit suspicious, and Pearson might be able to flag that in the future. So we do not want to risk that for no reason. Next one is, now this is very common out there right now, which is one line strategy as people call them, or just reading one sentence out of the read aloud topic. Now we also have got experiment videos on our channel where we did the experiment to see if we only read one sentence for read aloud, do we still get scores for that or not? Now, yes, it did work for us. However, it's a very fine, thin line that you guys are going to walk on if you end up deciding to only read one sentence out of the read aloud. There is a chance when you read that one sentence out of read aloud, you may not read it perfectly. You may make one or two mistakes out of that. And if you make a couple of mistakes while only reading one sentence, it is going to have a significant impact on your speaking and reading scores both. Now, speaking, you still may end up getting a perfect 90. That's not a big thing, but your reading scores would be greatly impacted. And again, if you're someone who's aiming for 65, 79 or a perfect 90, we do not encourage you guys to use that one line strategy or just reading one sentence from the read aloud, because there is a chance you may not end up getting full scores in the reading module. So prefer avoiding that. You're giving exam. There's so many other strategies that you can follow, but do not go for these kind of shortcuts, because there is no guarantee that when you are going to give your exam, this may work. Now, we may say, yes, it is working today, but then if you give your exam after 1 month, there's no guarantee that is going to work. So prefer not doing that. Just stick with speaking out the complete paragraph. Do it in a proper way. Again, there is a video on our channel, so many of them, where you can watch and understand the proper way of doing a read aloud. And we would also be coming up with so many in the future as well about the same. And like I said, we also have our coaching available, where me and Mohit personally give that coaching to all the students. And also we are going to add you in one of the personal Telegram groups with us, where it would be only me, Mohit, and just yourself. That's it. Only 3 people in that group. And we encourage our students to send their audio, send their written work on a daily basis to us in that group. And we personally, every single day, provide feedback in that. We listen to your audios, we read whatever you have sent to us. We check that and we give you a proper, constructive, detailed feedback on what mistakes have we done, what's the correct way of doing it, what to improve, how to improve, all those things. And because of that, all our students, as you can see in the testimonies as well, they are getting their desired scores, whether it's 65, 79, or even a perfect 90, because they're following what is being said to them. They're implementing that in the real exam, and they're smashing their exams. Next one is for repeat sentence. This is one of the challenging topic in the PTE exam. Focus on your fluency and pronunciation in every sentence, even if you were not able to attain 100% sentence, 100% content. Now, I'm not saying just neglect the content completely and just focus on fluency and pronunciation, because that only will give you scores in speaking and not in the listening part. So we have to make sure, yes, content is there, but then if you do not have 100% content, but if you only have 70 or 80% content, that's still good enough for you to get 79 plus, even 85 plus. And if you have got about 80% content, you can even get a perfect 90 on 90. That's how easy it could be, even with 80% of the sentence, 80% of the content being right. But you just have to make sure, even if you miss a couple of words in a sentence, do not let that impact your fluency and your pronunciation. The clarity has to be there. At the same time, your flow has to be there. You have to sound confident. You cannot fumble in between. You cannot start thinking and taking irrelevant pauses in a sentence and try to finish that sentence off. That is not going to help you. So if you need that high score, if you need that 65, 79 or 90, you have to focus on the fluency part and the pronunciation with about 70 to 80% of the content, and that is going to do the job for you. And finally, and this is like the game changer thing, I would say, this is pretty much the pillar of your exam, is the mic position. If the mic position is not correct, doesn't matter how good of a speaker you are, doesn't matter how well you performed in the exam, you will never be able to get your scores in your speaking, and at the same time it will impact your reading and listening because of read aloud and repeat sentence. So please make sure the mic is at the correct position. In the description box, I am going to place another link for another video where I've explained the mic position in detail, of where to put the mic, what to do, how to test your mic in the real exam. All those things have been explained in that. So after this video, I would encourage all of you to go and watch that one to understand the proper mic position in detail, what things to do in the exam, what things to avoid, how to test that in the real exam. What are those 2 things that you have to keep in mind to make sure your mic is at the proper, perfect position that it needs to be, because everyone's mic position is going to be different. So we have to make sure we follow what works for us. So all those things have been explained in that video. So do watch that one out after this one. So guys, God bless all of you. If you have got your exams coming soon, these were a few of the tips that I wanted to share for this one. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments down below. And if you need any coaching from us for PTE Academic or PTE Core, we have got coaching for both, and also for NAATI, Hindi, Punjabi, and Gujarati. Feel free to message us on Instagram or Facebook. We will be there, our admin would be there. We'll have a chat about the same, and we'll discuss of how we can assist you, and we'll help you to get these desired band score that you're aiming for. Stay safe wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next one.